Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, so it feels really weird to be filming right now. I haven't actually filmed a video in over a month because all my December videos were pre-filmed and the past month has been kind of not what I expected. As you guys know, like I went on vacation for Christmas. Somehow when I was in Colorado, I got a virus. It just like, I don't know, it kept getting worse and worse. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I was very, very ill and I was in the hospital and it was just like a really painful and annoying ordeal. And today is like the first day that I actually talk. I haven't been able to speak, so my voice probably sounds a little weird, but I'm excited to get into all of the videos that I had originally planned on doing. I wanted them to have already been up, but obviously that did not happen. My 2019 did not start off on the best note. Also, I'm probably going to be coughing throughout this whole video. I will do my best to edit all of that out. Also, I'm drinking some tea to help my throat so I can keep talking throughout this video. I feel like I'm talking super quiet too. Oh god, this is gonna be a mess. This video is going to be my 2019 bookish and channel goals. I do have a couple goals that I'm really excited about this year, a couple things that I want to do differently with my reading and with my channel. But firstly, I do want to check in with my 2018 goals and see, you know, just how I did. I don't think I consciously was thinking about what my goals were all year, so this could go either way, honestly. Today I'm going to be talking about my 2018 reading goals. So I don't have that many goals this year because I am moving tomorrow, actually. It's been a year since I moved. Oh my god, that's crazy. I don't have a Goodreads challenge goal. I set it to 1 again like I have for the past 3 years because I actually found that really works for me. I went back and I looked at how many total books I read when I was doing the Goodreads challenge and how many total books I've read when I was setting it as my goal as 1 book. And they're all within the same amount, give or take 2 or 3. So yeah, that is something that I've done the past like 4 years now. I set my Goodreads challenge to 1 book. I know for a lot of people setting the challenge to 50 books, 100 books, whatever, pushes you to read more. For me, it just always made me feel very anxious seeing like, oh, you're 5 books behind. I found that I was like failing the challenge whenever I did that. So I set my goal as 1. In 2018, I read 134 books and that's double what I've read any previous year. So I'm just gonna continue setting it to 1 book. I don't need that extra pressure, you know? So my goal for reading is just to read consistently. I have no set number of books I want to read. I just want to try to read every single day if I can. So yeah, that is actually something that I did start implementing. I've talked about my bullet journal and how I track my daily page count. I'm actually going to be doing a full like 2019 reading bullet journal video where I'll go into a lot more in depth on that. But I keep a log of how many pages I read every single day, and that has definitely helped me to not only read more, but read very consistently. Most months when I look at my final graph, I've read every single day, which is awesome because in previous years there's been times when I would go like weeks or like a whole month without reading anything. Next goal is to read my own books. This past year I listened to a lot of audiobooks and I got all of those from the library, which is great, and I love supporting the library. But in doing that, I ended up neglecting a lot of the books that I actually own. So getting books from the library has definitely become a problem for me. I love my library. I love supporting my library. Yeah, I would say 90% of the books I read in 2018 were from the library. So that definitely wasn't the best thing. While supporting your library is amazing, I have a library in my bedroom that I'm just completely neglecting. So that is definitely something that I need to work on more in 2019 is reading my own books. And then kind of along similar lines of that, I only want to buy books that I've read. Okay, so that is something I think I did really well. The majority of the books that I bought in 2018 were ones that I got from the library, I read, I enjoyed it, and then I bought my own copy. I did occasionally like treat myself to some books, but they were usually like used books or I got them at a discount or with gift cards or whatever. I don't do a lot of book hauls. I'm not bringing in a ton of books, which is nice. I mean, it makes me cringe thinking about how I used to do like 50 book hauls every single month, and like, oh my god, if you are able to do that, that's amazing. One, financially, I just cannot do that anymore. I'm not like a teenager with a disposable income anymore. Two, it's just stressful getting that many books all the time. For me, yeah, that's not going to be happening ever again. The next two are simple, and that is to read more fantasy and more sci-fi. Again, I will talk about this more in another video. I'm going to be doing like a whole book stats video, but I think about 70% of the books I read were fantasy or sci-fi, which is great. Those are the genres that I love, and I think I neglected them a lot in the past because I was trying to branch out and read different genres and different types of books. But I feel like in 2018 I really honed in on what I actually like. That was actually a really great thing because I ended up liking the majority of the books that I read in 2018. So yeah, lots of fantasy and sci-fi. That is it for my 2018 goals, and I think I did pretty good. Aside from reading my own books, I think I accomplished all of my goals, which is great. So now let's get into my 2019 goals. So my first goal is to read 100 books. I know I said that I set my Goodreads goal to 1 book, which I did again this year. That is just solely to eliminate the Goodreads pressure, but my real goal is to read 100 books. Last year was the first year that I was able to accomplish that, and I would love to do it again. Now that I know it is actually possible for me to do it, I definitely want to keep that goal going. My second goal is to read more backlist titles. I read a lot of new releases in 2018. I definitely neglected backlist titles. That kind of ties into reading my own books. All the books on my bookshelves are backlist titles, and by constantly reading new releases and arcs and stuff like that, I'm neglecting not only my own books, but books that came out in previous years that I missed. Those are things that I really want to prioritize going into 2019. And actually, the way that I'm going to do that is I kind of showed a little sneak peek in a previous video, but I have set up a TBR jar. As you can see behind me, I have this stack of books on my desk. These are the 25 books that I own that I am the most excited about. And I'll go through what all of them are in a second. What I did was I wrote down all the books and I put them in my Stormtrooper jar, and every month I'm gonna pick out 4 or 5 books from the jar and read those books. I've tried to do TBR jars in the past, and before I would put every single TBR book I own into the jar. When I would pick books out, there would be ones that like I wasn't super interested in, and I would have to keep picking and picking. It's like when you have music on shuffle and you just like keep clicking next until you get to the song you're looking for. So it's like, why are you even on shuffle? I thought that by kind of downsizing it and picking the 25 books that I currently am the most excited about, it would make my TBR seem a lot more manageable, and I know that I'm going to be picking books that I do want to read right now. So like I said, I'm going to pick out books every single month until the jar is empty, and then I will pick another round of 25 books, fill them back in the jar, and just keep going and doing them in batches of 25. So the 25 books that I put in the jar are Daughter of the Forest, Black God's Drums, The Obelisk Gate, Mem, The Prey of Gods, Grave Mercy, The Bear and the Nightingale, Foundry Side, To Kill a Kingdom, The Book of Edda, All the Birds in the Sky, The Silence of the Girls, Strange the Dreamer, The City of Brass, The Mad Scientist's Daughter, Circe, Senlin Ascends, Station 11, The Alchemists of Loom, A Big Ship at the Edge of the Universe, Breath of Fire, Robots vs. Fairies, Song of Blood and Stone, Borderline, and then The Wolf Road. I'm also going to be participating in 2 reading challenges in 2019. The first one is the Reading Women Challenge, and I will leave all the information for this one down below, but basically there are 24 prompts, and you're just supposed to pick female authors for all of these prompts. So like we have a mystery thriller by a woman of color, a book by an indigenous woman, a historical fiction book, a myth retelling. There's a bunch of different prompts, and I'm really excited about that one. And then the other challenge I'm going to be participating in is Romanceopoly, and this is being hosted by Jess from Peace Love Books. And basically there's like this giant Monopoly game board, and every like Monopoly space has a romance trope or challenge for a romance book to read. And you guys know I love my romance, so I'm really excited about that. It looks like a lot of fun. I will leave the information down below for that as well. And lastly, I have one goal that I I have been going back and forth with this idea so much. So now I'm gonna open it up to you guys, and I want to know if there's actually interest in doing this before I actually commit to it. Basically, I have been toying with the idea of starting a book club. It would be very low-key. Like, I wouldn't want it to be like this huge big deal, like with a Goodreads group and like a live show and like all this stuff. My general idea, I guess, would be that every month I would pick a book, let you guys know what the book is, and you could read that book with me during that month. And at the end of the month, I would post a vlog of me reading that whole book. I don't know yet if the vlog would be like spoilery or non-spoilery. I feel like it would be fun if it was really spoilery, and then we could just discuss it in the comments and talk about the book. I don't know. Let me know if there's interest in doing that. I have some more ideas, but I don't want to do it if no one's interested. So let me know if anyone would be interested in that. I think my biggest issue with doing a book club is that I'm nervous to like have people buy books specifically for my book club, and then like what if I don't enjoy the book and I like can't recommend it but everyone already bought it, or what if, you know, what if people don't like it? I would just feel kind of bad, but it could be fun. So yeah, those are all my 2019 goals. I'm really excited for this year, even though it started out rocky and I'm still getting over this sickness. I have a good feeling about this year, and I'm excited to see all the amazing books I read, and I'm excited to share them with you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!